Long-winded. How we doing, guys? Yeah. Thank you guys for coming out. Let's give it up for Hooker Dunham Theater. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you guys for coming. Otherwise, we're just a bunch of assholes up here talking shit. Just to know what.
You still are.
I still. Listen to you. God bless you, dude. Give it up for Brattleboro here. I like what you've done with the place. Wow, I should have gotten that shit, dude. Heroin addicts are so whiny, huh? Remember crackheads, dude? They do. I can sing you a song, do a dance, $5, change your tire, and be happy about that shit, dude. These guys carrying around all this equipment and guilt, trying to pass it off on me. God bless you. Hell yeah, man. Shit. God, I'm nervous, guys. Thank you guys for coming on. Hey. I've been doing shows all over the place, man. I haven't gotten nervous in a while. I see a lot of familiar faces. This is like doing it with the lights on, man. I can see that fucking disappointment now when I cut that joke, so to speak, man. God bless it, man. God. It's summertime, man. It finally got warm for us, huh? Winter finally let go. Beach season, huh? It doesn't matter what I do during beach season, no matter what I do, when I take my shirt off, I always look like I fucking was raised in a bowl of water. You know what I mean? Like I'm a furless cat out there on the beach. It's embarrassing, dude. Any of you guys ever been to a nude beach before? You gotta come. I can't see because of the light, otherwise I'd call you guys out. But I went to a nude beach once, but it was in Jamaica, of all places, which pretty much made me look like Benjamin Button out there. I don't know if you've seen it. Them boys are swinging some meat down there. And they don't know what shrinkage is, so you really don't have an excuse, you know what I mean? My penis was like trying to recircumcise itself out of embarrassment, you know? You find out if your woman loves you, though. If she looks at all that meat and comes back with you still, you know? Sympathy, here we go. Oh, God bless it. There's no poisonous snakes in Jamaica. That's a fun fact. But some of those snakes would leave it dead, put you in a hospital. I can tell you that much, dude. God bless you. We're going to cover some fun things tonight, guys. We got a lot of fun stuff. And if you don't like a joke, we're going to move on to the next thing. We're going to, some racism stuff's going to be covered. We're going to cover some pedophile stuff, I'm sure. Dick jokes, pussy jokes, you name it. So let's like get into it, you know? I travel around, I learn a lot from doing comedy. Like one of the subtle things I've learned is that the word "the" could quite possibly be one of the most racist words ever created. I'm going to give you an example. Let's take a generic statement, right? Black people love chicken. Seems innocent enough, right? Let's add the word "the" to it. The black people love chicken. You do it again, it gets worse, bro. The black people love the chicken. It's little words like that, those little things, those subtleties that can get you in trouble. Like my postal workers, trans. And now I don't know what to call them. Post woman seems kind of wrong, doesn't it? The male lady's not going to work, right? I can't necessarily blame her for that, though. I mean, getting that surgery got her a 22% raise, right? I didn't know the rules. Come on, guys. Just pointing out the facts. That's all I'm doing. Hell yeah. There's a guy in Italy that went on a 280-mile walk after he got into a fight with his wife. Have any of you guys heard about this? Like my dad used to do that same shit, but we used to just call it an affair. The funny part about that is my dad's in the audience right now. It's And we exaggerate jokes. This is what we do, right? As comedians, you take a 10, you turn it into 100. You know, like that joke. That guy only went on an 80-mile walk. You know? No, my dad's a great man. He was in the Army for 30 years. He's a retired drill sergeant. You know, yeah. He always had to, he wasn't around much because he was working hard, you know? So when he was around, his impression needed to be felt. Like, he wanted to teach those lessons in a shorter amount of time. I grew up in St. Louis. We used to go to baseball games. Loved going to the Cardinals. Loved them. And one time when we were leaving, we're walking across the stadium, walking out, Somebody's walking across the street and just gets whacked by a car, just fucking murdered, absolutely. I'm 7 years old, just standing there in shock. My dad, smartly, just takes this quick moment to teach me a valuable lesson without missing a beat, looks down at me and goes, well, Tim, that's why you don't marry a bitch. But we all love your mother. I'm a dad too now, so like I know what it's like. I got a little boy too, and it's like I'm always in competition with the little bastard. You know what I mean? Like, Dad, I win. Dad, you lose. You know, like he saw me going to the bathroom one time. Came out of his room with his pants just stuffed. I mean, like stuffed to the brim, full of Play-Doh. And he's like, Dad, look, I'm bigger. I'm like, dude, do you realize how long it took me to realize Play-Doh could make your dick bigger? Changed my game, you know what I mean? Not when I became a comedian, you know? He even used black Play-Doh too, like if your genetics were against him. That kind of hurt, you know what I mean? I'm even in competition now with my wife for her attention with him. And like, he's the cuter version of me, so like, I think that's why he's like always winning, but she's always like, no, it's he didn't fuck my sister. I didn't fuck her, she's a lesbian, so I think what we did was scissor. If you're from Vermont. Yeah, I'm listening. I got a little girl too, man. I rolled the red carpet up for that little girl. Had her up in Peterborough, New Hampshire. Played reggae music when she came into the world, wanted everything perfect, right? Just wanted soft sounds, great Bob Marley, introduced her to this peaceful world, right? And when she came out, the doctor looked at me and said, Mr. Stone, it's time for skin-to-skin contact. Have you guys heard about this? They want you to have skin-to-skin contact to bring the baby down after the stress, the trauma from childbirth. And this doesn't make any sense to me because if she doesn't want to get on a bus for school or gets dumped after prom, we're supposed to take our shirts off and hug each other. So I definitely didn't do that, you know what I mean? And now she's autistic, so maybe when that second one came out, I was naked and ready for it. Hey, buddy, let's go. It's not like that. Everybody's worried that artificial intelligence is going to take over the world. It's not. It's autistic individuals. Because that little girl's awesome. She's a genius. She sees the world as a great. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what Sergeant Major Dad pointed out. If she joins the Army, she's automatically Special Forces. He's optimistic. Yeah, I told you. And she's a free fast pass when you go to Disney. Like you present your mouth breather right to the teacups. They let you right on. I didn't make the rules. I was thinking to myself too, like I could maybe rent this little girl out in the front of the park, right? There's a lot of Puerto Rican families down here. You want to buy fast passes for like all your kids, or you want to buy one for mine? It's a fair trade. She like, it's a small world of chicken nuggets. Like take her over. I don't know, how could you rent your daughter out in this time? Like, my biggest fears as a parent are rape, tattoos, and motorcycles. The motorcycles are strapped right to the ride. I don't have to worry about them or her falling off. The tattoos will wash off at Disney. And you don't have to worry about raping somebody on a Ferris wheel or merry-go-round, man. Michael Jackson proved that years ago. That's just conditioning, you know? God, get it. Speaking of Michael Jackson, man, all these black guys are writing songs about rape. So there's nothing funny about rape, but there is something funny about the fact that we've been dancing to it for the last 3 decades. Between Puff Daddy, and R. Kelly, and Michael Jackson. Thriller's all about his dick. That's not about his song. Go back home and listen to the lyrics, I promise you. And it kind of makes you think that Bill Cosby might be innocent because he didn't go write a song about it afterwards, you know? I get heckled a lot. You guys are a great audience. You guys are going to have a lot of fun tonight. I get heckled a lot, man. One of my favorite hecklers down in Massachusetts. Always heckling, making the women especially feel uncomfortable. One time after the show, I said, Glenn, man, you got to stop heckling these women. You got to stop harassing them. He says, don't worry, Timmy, I can harass them because I wear a camouflage condom so they'll never see me coming. All right, that was a good test. We got 5 really funny comedians coming out for you guys. You guys ready for them? It's not good for me.